inside this rectangle, but click that and I have my selection, except you see that this is the inverse selection because I wanted to be able to see it. So I'm going to go back up to select and I'm going to inverse select this. So now I'm only selecting the lake. And to test this out, I'm going to get out my paintbrush and I'm going to try to draw over here. Well, I can't, but I can draw on the lake. So that means I have the lake selected. Alright, I'm going to undo that. Okay, so now I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, Hue, Saturation, and I'm going to slide my slider over here. Now, lava doesn't have an orange color or a yellow color, so I'm going to make it more of a red, and I'm probably going to add like chunks of black in there to add some like magma effect to it. I'm going to deselect this to see what it looks like. Command D, and it looks pretty good actually. But if you'll notice that this orange just really sticks out. It doesn't look very realistic on this blue sky. A way I've got to fix this is so I'm gonna select this again, but just so that I don't lose the selection. That's one thing you're not going to want to do, because when you go back, it's going to be a pain to have to reselect everything. So just don't get rid of the selection. But if you want to edit something outside of the lake, just go to Select and click Inverse. So now you can't do anything to the lake, but you can do stuff out here. Command Z. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Image, Adjustments, and I'm going to go to Photo Filter. Now I'm going to use the warming filter. This is going to get rid of our blues and it's going to make the sky look more orange. Also, I'm going to change the color so that it's not really orange, but more of a red-orange. There we go. And now I'm going to take the density up to around 60. And so now this blue that we had up here is now more like a gray, but there's a tint of red in it. And if you want, you can make it darker by removing the luminosity. A photo filter is just that. It's going to look exactly like it would if you place like a piece of cellophane over a camera and took a picture. I'm going to deselect this to see what it looks like. I think that looks really cool, but it looks a bit unrealistic. So I'm going to keep the luminosity. Let's deselect, see what it looks like. Looks pretty good. I mean, it looks kind of realistic, except the edges on the lake are darkened and it's kind of obvious. But what I'm going to do right now, just to clear up this that's up here, is I'm going to use the smudge tool. I'm going to make my brush at like 1 pixel. No, maybe 2 or 3. Let's go at 3 pixels. Yeah, that's good. And I'm going to smear this orange. Actually, I'm going to use the stamp tool to clone some of this orange because it doesn't spread as well as I'd like. Option click, I'll go over here and then just drag it, and you'll see that it's selecting everything from over here and putting it over here. Now let's zoom out, and the river continues up to here. What am I going to do about the edges here? I'm I'm going to, I don't know. Really don't. You know what? I'm gonna darken the edges because you're not gonna be able to tell. Okay, go over here and you're gonna want to select the burn tool and give it a rather small brush, so maybe like 3 or 2 pixels. 3 seems about right. And then just zoom in. So like you can still kind of see a blue outline. It's kind of been grayed by the warming filter, but that needs to disappear. So yeah, go to the burn tool, and if you'll notice, this just kind of disappears. It gets darker. I'm also going to use the smear tool to smear some of the red, orange on top of the blue. Just kind of make it disappear. Actually, I'm going to use the stamp tool. Yeah, that works. Yeah, I like that. Okay, yeah, use the stamp tool. See how I'm getting rid of this gray that's around the trees? Okay, I'm gonna zoom out and see what this looks like so far. Yeah, I'm getting rid of the gray that's around the trees, and I'm gonna get rid of the coast. See this gray that's around it? I'm gonna get rid of that. So just go over here to the stamp, the clone tool, and then option click somewhere. I'm gonna option click over here, and then wherever I click and drag, it's going to clone that area from where it was before and use it on the area that I'm drawing on. I don't know if you can see that very well here. Anyways, I'm just covering up this gray coastline stuff that was caused by bad selection. In other words, I'm just making it look more realistic. And because the water was mainly one color anyways, you're not going to see a huge difference with the clone tool. The beach area may be a little bit more red in color than the area surrounding it, just by a little bit, but nothing noticeable. Yep, getting rid of that. Looks really good. I don't think I'm gonna do it on the other side though. I feel like that adds to the effect. But now this really doesn't look like lava, it just looks like red water. So, you know, lava, or I guess magma, has like black rock and brighter yellows in it. So I gotta think how I'm gonna do that.